We are all being controlled by powers we can't see. Most of the CEOs and famous political people are either demons or ancient spiritual entities that just want to ruin our lives. And honestly, most of society today are just cattle for these spiritual beings to feed off of. There's a war that's been going on for a long time, and it's not some fake civil or world war, but rather a war on perception. Or in other words, the war between heaven and hell. Heaven, as you most people know, is related to the more spiritual stuff, while hell, which most people hate to hear, is connected to more material stuff. So basically, all that money, power, tech that you chase is leading you to a stairway to hell. The money or hustle culture that most people follow is as a distraction from allowing them to find their true purpose. Bro, no one's real goal in life should be to stack as much bread as they possibly can, because that's just pointless. I'm sure every one of y'all heard how money is a false concept, so I won't need to go too deep into that. Then, the power. I mean, most of the people in power, like I said before, are just people possessed by ancient souls or demonic entities. They're the souls of giants that God cleansed the earth years ago and now have nowhere to go. The celebrities you follow, the politicians, the CEOs, I mean, come on now, you can just see it in their eyes. Then, this new AI movement. Y'all better hope you won't have to go to the doctor in like 10-20 years, because I know for sure they ain't finna know. And it's not just that. People ask AI just about anything. Can I take my son out to play today? What should I cook for lunch? It controls their lives. They have more of a relationship with it than other people.
Soon, people are going to start worshipping AI like it's some god. And honestly, looking at this from a spiritual point of view, it's probably some ancient evil entity that's just garnering its power for now.
And this is all happening because of all these secret societies doing who knows what. But what they are doing, the actual God above won't accept them. So they go to worshipping this so-called God below. Hence why they're trying to make it hell on earth instead of heaven. The hell we see is like heaven for them. They promote most of the things that they do in private to the public, but at a powered down version so they can suck the energy off of us. Heaven promotes God, love, compassion, community, and other forms I ain't finna drop right now. But if you look at society today, it's a total opposite of what I just listed. People are often told and persuaded that there is no God. No one truly shows love and compassion anymore, but more lust and hatred. And there's no community but division. Each state is divided, political parties divided, schools divided, countries divided, everything is divided. When in reality, we're all just one with different perspectives on life. It's crazy how most people live life without ever knowing that they're being controlled by higher powers. St. Paul's verse in Ephesians 6:12 says that, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So in other words, bro is basically saying that there's a spiritual world out there that we can't see what's going on. And those spiritual entities are definitely not trying to hang with us. So all in all, what I'm trying to say is, our whole reality is being manipulated by these powers we can't see. And they're just feeding off of our energies. But that doesn't mean we are powerless. Once we become aware of what is happening to us and take action on it, nothing can stop us. Once we wake up from this false reality we're in, they can't control us. Once we find the divine within ourselves, we can do anything. So seek so that we're able to find.